Hi, I'm Nigel from The Happy Giraffe. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use our debt payoff spreadsheet. We're going to look at all of your different debts and figure out a plan for how to get everything paid off. When you first open the spreadsheet, you should be on this tab called Intro. This lets you know about the 3 steps that we're going to go over right now. We're going to go to the next tab called State My Situation. On this tab, you'll enter in a start date here. Then you will list your debts, enter in a name for each one, the current balance, the interest rate, the minimum payment, and the due date. Then over on the right, you'll see the total of all the minimum payments, and you'll enter in how much extra you have to pay toward paying everything off. So in the list, you only entered the minimum payment for each item. Here, you'll say how much you have to add to those minimum payments so that you can pay this all off. In this example, we have 4 different debts, and I can pay $60 a month on top of those minimum payments. With that information, we'll go over to the next tab called the plan. The idea here is that you will put all your extra money toward paying one debt at a time while making the minimum payment on everything else. The payoff plan will tell you what order to do that in. First, you'll need to choose a payoff method. Here, you'll want to decide if you want to pay off debts with the lowest balance first or the ones with the highest interest first. You can see that the total cost to pay everything off is a little lower when you start with the highest interest rates first, but starting with the lowest balances gives you some quick wins and helps keep you motivated as you pay things off. If we choose the lowest balance first, then in the payoff section, you can see that our first step is to pay $95 every month on debt 1 and make the minimum payment on the others. We'll do that for 7 months, and then debt 1 will be paid off. Then we'll start to pay $130 on debt 3 and make the minimum payment on all of the others. We'll do that for 7 more months, and then debt 3 will be paid off. We'll keep going through the steps until we are paying $200 a month on debt 4. We'll do that for 6 months, and then we'll be completely debt-free. If we follow this plan exactly, then in 26 months, in March of 2025, I will be debt-free. Let's look at how that would change if we pick the option to start with the highest interest rates first. This time I will start with paying $95 a month on debt 3 while making minimum payments on all of the others. I'm going to do that for 12 months, and then debt 3 will be paid off. Then I start step 2, and I pay $130 a month on debt 4 while making the minimum payment on the others. I'll do that for 10 months. Then look at what happens in step 3. You can skip it. This is because while you were concentrating your money on paying off debt 4, debt 1 got paid off because you were making the minimum payments each month. So once debt 4 is paid off, you can jump right to debt 2. You'll put $200 a month towards debt 2, and in 4 months, you'll have it paid off and be debt-free. If we follow this plan exactly, then in 26 months, in March of 2025, I'll be debt-free. So in this tab, you really just need to choose a payoff method. I'm going to choose lowest balance for this example. And the spreadsheet will show you the order and the basic steps. That's all the details you need in order to get started. Now we can move over to the next tab, Tracking. The plan is a nice idea, but in reality, you can do whatever you want. So you need more than just a plan. You need to track what you actually did. At this point, you don't need to make any more changes to the other tabs. This is where you'll enter everything in as it happens month by month. On the top, you'll see your original debt-free date based on the plan, and you'll also see your expected debt-free date, which will change based on the information you enter below. It will also tell you if you are ahead of or behind the plan. You can also see how much debt you started out with, where you are right now, and how much you've paid off so far. These will also adjust based on what you enter below. Under that, you will see your total progress toward paying everything off, and a smaller progress bar for each of your debts. The debts are listed from left to right in the order that you selected to have them paid off. For each debt, you can see the interest rate and the due date. Sometimes the interest rate will change as you are paying something off. If it does, you can update it here. The rest of this is where you'll enter what really happens each month. In this example, I was supposed to pay $95 the first month on debt 1. I did that. Then after I pay that, I need to look at what the new balance is, and it should be about $510. You can also see that I haven't made any of my other payments yet this month. When I do, I will put the amount I paid, then check to see what the new balance is and enter that in. As you fill in information each month, the progress bars and the other numbers on the top will update. You can choose to follow the original plan or do whatever you like. If you have more money one month to help pay things down, do that and enter it in. If you have less money, that's okay too. Just enter in what you actually paid each time, and then enter what the new balance is after you've made the payment. Now we can move on to the next tab, the Nerdy Plan Facts. This has all of the details about the plan you selected in Step 2. It's interesting to know, down to the penny, how everything might play out if you follow this plan exactly for the next 26 months. But you aren't going to follow every detail perfectly for that long. So it's interesting, but it isn't that important to know all of this in order to get started. The last tab is Next Steps. Patience is probably the most difficult step. Getting out of debt takes time. For most of us, it isn't a fast process, and that's completely okay. So don't get discouraged or think that you're doing something wrong if it takes you 2 or 5 or even more years to get out of debt. Having a good budget can help you plan how you use your money and possibly free up some more to help you pay down your debt faster. Mostly, budgeting will give you the consistency that you need so that you have enough to make those payments every month, month after month. If you want to learn more about our Happy Giraffe budget, there's more information on our website. The spreadsheet for that budget is free along with any help that you need. The book is also free if you have Kindle Unlimited, otherwise it's $15. If you have any questions or need help, please email us. Help is always free. Hopefully this spreadsheet gives you what you need to get started and keep moving along the path to being debt-free.